Hello and welcome. Ah, allergies. Um, this is day 71, and had a good weekend. So let me catch up a little. I've been working on pages. I've been putting in my 30 minutes each day. Um, I I organize my studio better. I have just sits on my desk here. Uh, I got basically it's a rectangle. It has two drawers below. I keep my computer on it. My webcam is on it, and I, you know, I draw and ink and everything on here. Keep a sheet of paper to the right with essential tools. I got my ruler down below and triangle and French curve and circle plate. Um, Another French curve. I keep that on top of my um, I always forget desktop drive, whatever. um, and I got a garbage pan below. You can't see this; it's all there. Trust me. Um, but yeah, I I cleaned up my drawers. I organized stuff. I organized um, over there. I'll show this tomorrow. Um, but I cleaned up my shelves and I cleaned up my table, but my cats kind of live there sometimes, and they messed it up a little bit. But yeah, so I wanted to mention tomorrow. I'll, I'm doing this way early in the morning um, because of the Arcasters chat last night went very long, which I prepared myself for that. Except you know, went to sleep late means I woke up late means I started my day late, and I was gonna film this earlier and add the footage of me working on Neon Eden, but I decided I'll put that to tomorrow's episode. Um, yeah, lots. Okay, so yeah, it's just too early in the morning, and I want to get this up. So Arcas's chat was amazing. It's went over 4 hours. Um, Jeff was nice enough to accommodate me wanting to do a long one. Um, but it went amazingly well. Had a great group of people. I think there was 11. Might have been one or two other people I missed. I try to put everybody's links in the videos so when you watch them you can check out the people that are in the chat. Oh, somebody pointed out to me that it's hard to follow along with who's talking, and there's really no way for me to um, do anything about that. Um, I think maybe there used to be like a way to put like a bar on your screen with your name on it, and maybe if those are there for everybody, then um, it would be a little easier. Uh, Not necessarily to see who's talking, but to see who's there. Uh, maybe. If you have any ideas, please put it in the comments. Um, I can understand how if you don't know the group of people, it might be difficult. Um, but I just want to mention a couple of people that were on it. It was great to have everybody, of course. But Jim Luhan was on. He's an animator. He's working on, he's done plenty of his own movies. He's working with Bill Plimpton on a movie right now. Um, he's a hilarious guy, and it was extremely awesome to have him. Thank you, Jim, for showing up. And mostly, I want to mention Will Terrell. Will, I was honored to have you on the show. Um, Will did a hangout for his Patreon. He's on Patreon. Just go to Patreon and type in Will Terrell if you want to support him. Will, amazing caricaturist, comic creator, uh, all around artist. He makes amazing videos on YouTube. Um, and yeah, so he did the Patreon hangout, which I caught at the end of. And I just messaged him on Facebook and chatted with him a while. And uh, turns out he just, I saw during the hangout that he was asking about, how long we're doing it and if he can get in. He also messaged me on Facebook, which I saw later. Sometimes I don't catch everything. But yeah, so he came on for a long while and gave us a lot of knowledge and insight. One thing I'll mention, I was going to mention it later, but he talked about being part of a group of people that do Skype chats, that working on comic books, and that's something I've tried, but I'm more inspired to make it happen with a better group of people. Not that group of people before weren't great, but I want to get together with people that are committed to meeting at least a couple of times a week. Um, I'm not looking for anybody to work on a new project. I think everybody I know is working on something, so it's just um, it will be us getting together, keeping each other motivated, maybe talking about, uh, I have pretty much like the Hangouts, but more like um, a tight knit group that, will follow each other's work possibly and say, hey, you should do this or you should do that. Really just um, be committed to improvement of each other and promotion of each other and so on. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I got two friends right now that you know seem to be wanting to do it, and we'll see how it works out. We'll be meeting tomorrow night, Tuesday night. Well, tonight. Okay, so I this might go a little long. I did another creating art video, which is essentially I live stream on my Ustream channel, half hour. Although uh, I don't know if they have a clock on it, but I always screw up the time. I have to maybe set a online timer or something and let a bell go off because I usually last couple of times I did it I stopped early, and this time I didn't finish the piece, so I drew a car and it was kind of like just an outline. I forget how far I got, but Sorry about that for those that are watching and hoping to see it all the way through. Um, but part of it is my desire to, you know, draw something I'm not currently drawing. I mean, I drew a car before. There was a car in a neon Eden page, but and it's not like I drew a fancy car or at a real different angle. I don't know. I just felt like drawing a car. Um, so yeah, that came in at like 22 minutes. I would have finished it, um, but it's in part it's practice to draw. In part it's practice to film myself drawing and talking. I'm not doing such a great time of it. Sometimes I do really good, sometimes not. I mean, I still consider myself new to making art videos on YouTube. This whole 100 days is more about just talking in front of a camera. Um, so yeah, I'll get better. I'm a late bloomer, and sometimes these things just I have to do them over and over until I perfect it. But I'm having fun doing it. I hope you are watching them. I don't really expect a lot of comments. They're kind of short for a drawing video. Well, it's just I don't get a lot done, and it's not polished work. It's kind of like just almost a finished sketch kind of thing. Um, but yeah, hope you like them if you want. I do want to mention Studio Synergy 9 is Wednesday night, 10 o'clock. It's September 10th, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Uh, Christian and Tiffany will be joining me. I know I mentioned it to a couple other people, but just to further get the word out, if you're not doing anything, come on by. The Arcast is super packed. I think I went overboard uh, stirring the word and personally inviting people, but I haven't done that for, you know, what is essentially my show. Um, but I know a few people that have been to previous ones might show up. So, mm, as long as you have 3 or 4 people, it's good. But yeah, if I can get 10, that's awesome too. Um, all right. Well, I mentioned the Skype comic group, and yeah, the studio. I really worked on that. Like I said, I'll show you more of that tomorrow. Um, it's been a long day. I'm gonna get some sleep. Um, just I'm gonna put a link. I'm gonna do a shout out to Scott Circlin. I watched his latest video, and he mentioned his client work is going to be finished soon, and he was wondering where his next work might be coming from. So I'm gonna put his store in the links below. Um, okay. Uh, Make a note of that. um, what else? Yeah. So tomorrow will be Neon Eden Day. It's a long time coming. Uh, well, I gotta start posting pages up. Been through that on my Friday's show, which I posted late. Um, did I post that Sunday? Yeah. But okay, so looking at my calendar, I mapped out, I wrote down each day um, that's coming up, and for this month, I'm taking the weekends off from making videos. Uh, but and let's see if you behave. Let's see, yeah. But next month, October, I'll be doing weekends because it's only one weekend, and it's the last run. Um, so essentially, is less than a month ahead of me, and this is day 71. I'm practically there. I hope to make a ton of progress on my comics, and hopefully, like, get my website up and reformat my Patreon page, and hopefully before the end of this 100 days have some exciting news. But I don't know. The way it's been going, um, do 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 do. Yeah. So I it's been great for me. This 100 days of making comics and the Arcasses group. Uh, Travis Keikos is our new moderator there. So now we have three people moderating a group. Um, Wanted to mention that. Uh, you know, uh, I hope that the people watching 100-day videos are also interested in the hangouts that I do and my mentioning Arcas's group. Because Arcas's group are artists, and a lot of them are comic artists. So I feel like, I mean, it's part of what I do. And I mentioned when I do client work or have other things going on. So it's all part of the same thing. I hope you appreciate it. Um, thinking. I guess that's it for today. I have all my links in my description box. Go check out my comics. Comment on the old pages that I posted. Subscribe on Comic Fury. Go to Tapastic. Subscribe there. You know, what else do I have? I have my store if you want to buy anything at my store. If you want to get the pre-order of Bright Eyes, you'll be supporting my efforts on that. A lot of the previous video, which is 68, it was, spoke a lot about my financial challenges. I'm living in a freelance world, and that's the reality of it. It's not always pretty, um, but I'm working on possibly getting a good sized gig that will take care of everything I need to take care of, and then it's just a matter of creating that balancing act of that's client work and working on my comics and doing my videos and making my making my comics. Okay, it's very late. Yeah, so it's I'm not too worried about it. Um, you know, I gotta have some money coming in shortly, a good amount of money coming in within a week or two. So we'll see how it goes. I'm optimistic. I always am. I'm busting my ass, and this is gonna happen. So, all right, I rambled on long enough. I hope you're watching these and enjoying them. Please like and comment and subscribe if you haven't. I welcome my new subscribers. I got a couple more, and that's always very pleasing and encouraging. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Spread the word and share the videos with your friends. Um, before my 100 days is out, I'll be jumping onto probably pretty much like Kevin Cross, a weekly comic update, and I'm thinking I might do a combination of that and what Jeff Lafferty is doing. Have a lot more art videos and not this short kind of 30-minute streams I'm doing, but like actual, uh, you know, maybe not like from beginning to end of pieces, but like full length hour, maybe longer of me working on comic pages or pinups, commissions, whatever covers stuff. So that's what I'm pretty much thinking. Actually, Scott was thinking that himself. Um, so yeah, that's sort of what I have in mind right now. I'll do Monday through Friday. Friday might be the comic update, and the rest will be art videos, which will be my series creating art. So so yeah, and maybe I'll continue to stream and mold that into something else. Since I can't really record longer without paying a large sum of money, which I'm not into. Um, even if I had it, I think the price is too high. Yeah, good night. I keep talking. Okay, bye.